Hi everyone, Casey here. It's Monday morning and it's 7 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and I'm going to go over the trades and find a new one today. It's going to be just a quick move in, just a quick little visit to say, hey, hope everybody's doing well. Good morning. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hit that like button, guys, if you had a good weekend and you're ready to start out. Okay. Oh, let me show my charts here. Boom. There we go. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. This is my Euro trade. Now, for those of you that remember, I've taken 2 Euro trades. Now, take a look at my screen here. This is I actually have 3. 1, 2, 3. This third one was an automated strategy that I have running, and so it doesn't really count. So just disregard this one. It's a very small size, 0.06. It's just an automated long-term strategy I have. Okay, so let's not pay attention to that. Okay, not part of the 20 live trades. Okay, so currently very close to my target here. I'm actually only 7 pips away from target 1 and 13 from number 2. So I'm probably going to just ride this thing really tight. You can see it's overextended. We got divergence here. Let's take a look at a daily time frame. It's just trying to push up. It's going up into this resistance. The markets are crazy right now. It could keep on going, but I'm going to just take this when it gets there, but I'm going to tighten up here really soon. And one thing that you guys want to know here is I'm going to give you updates on every single thing that's going on with the trades. I'm going to give you a spreadsheet. I'm going to give you all my stats, but just give me some time to put that all together. I keep saying I'm going to do it, but then the live trade comes and I have to just jump in. So it's kind of like when the market tells you to move, you got to move. But I don't do it without a plan. All right, so anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at today's trade. I'll keep updating you on this euro. Hopefully while I'm online, it hits. That would be awesome. So here we go. Pound Australian. Okay, so first of all, this is for educational purposes only. Please do not think that I'm doing a trade call. It's not. Listen, you guys cannot expect to follow me. I see people saying, oh, I'm going to follow you, right? And I'm not knocking anybody because I think you guys are awesome. But here's the thing. This is a 5-minute little update, and I'm just sharing it with you just for educational purposes. I've been doing this for 25 years, and so you can't just happen to follow me just from a quick trade because you don't have my 25 years of experience. You've got to get that on your own, right? That's got to come from you guys, okay? So, educational purposes only. Thanks a lot. Just keep sticking in there. Manage your risk and all that good stuff. Hey, Mr. Michael, thanks for commenting, and we can have a nice discussion about that really soon. Anytime you want, I'm very open to things like that. Okay, so let's take a look at this pound Australian. So we've got, I just went here. We broke out of this upward range here. You can see that it's a nice upward moving. Let me get rid of this. We're in a nice upward channel. We currently have a little test here to the downside, and it looks like it's trying to break. So I've got this in place. We've got this level here. It's this previous, and it popped up. We made a new high. Okay, and now it looks like it could be trying to break down. So let's take a look on the 4-hour. We broke this moving average, and now we're popping back. So that's a good sign. We broke this low, and it's trying to drop. All right, so that's we're currently dropping below the net zero on the 4-hour. So that's what I'm looking for. We drop below this moving average 50 period. And we're starting to show some downward momentum, so I want to try to see if I can catch that. Let's see what we got on the hourly time frame. So the hourly actually now is moving down. We have a downward MACD. You can see that we have some divergence here on this MACD, and the Savvy MACD is free. And Mr. Michael, if you think that this is not profitable, I would love for you to tell me what you think there. Love it. And Yugoslav, thank you so much for your feedback. It really, you know, the thing is about indicators, I'll just be honest, don't want to get on a side tangent, but an indicator alone is never ever going to make you profitable. It never will. And so I'm going to actually, if you guys want me to do this, I'm going to hit the like button. But I'm going to launch a series where I'm going to be trading live some of these indicators and really show you how they work. Right now, we're just working on the Savvy MACD. This is our free indicator. I'm probably going to launch an EFC series after this series done, and you guys can actually see how it works. And then I might do a Big 3 or EFC. Big 3 is a great indicator. But the thing is, and you know, we're more than willing to work with everybody, but it's not necessarily the indicator, because there's no such thing as a magic bullet in trading. What it really is it's how you trade it. The indicators are just a guide to help you. There's no such thing as an indicator that's going to bring you into profits, because you're probably need a few tweaks to trade it profitably in your own trading methods. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm getting on live, is because I'm trying to help improve our services and trying to go to the next level so that we can really make this thing work for traders. Because so far it's been challenge getting people to take the tools that we've created and moving them into success. You do have to do the work involved. You have to have a nice system and trading strategy. You have to have trade management, all of those things. You can't just randomly do that. So, Mr. Michael, thank you for your feedback. I really appreciate it. And if you want, you can send me a personal email to caseystubbs@gmail.com, and we can be willing to have that discussion. Okay, so anyhow, let's get back to the trade. Let's see how that euro's doing. Oh, look at that. I hit my target on the first one, and I'm about ready to get the next one. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm just going to lock this in. I'm going to lock in some profit here, just in case. Let's see, stop loss, move it there. I'm just going to lock that in. It's only a few pips away, and I'm going to review that. That was a great trade. I'm going to review the profit. It was actually a $6,000 profit, something like that. So I'm going to review that, but let me get on the trade. Let's see here. So I'm actually, what am I? I'm 5.6 away. So hopefully we just keep going and knock that out. I'm glad to see that live. That's pretty awesome. And that was actually the first trade I took in the five trade challenge. That was trade number 1. I just hit trade number 1. We've taken 5 trades. So just to recap, 1 trade is profitable, 3 are losing, 1 is locked in profit right here. This is the one that's locked in. So right now I'm at 2 winners. Well, 1 winner, 3 losers, but this one is going to be guaranteed to be a winner. And I've got locked in 2,700, or if I hit the target, it'll be 44,000. All right. So so let's go back to the pound Australian. And Michael, thank you so much again. That's great feedback. And you know, we're working as hard as we can, and anything we can get from you guys to help along with the community, that's great too. But obviously, you're paying us for the advice, so we don't want to be. We really take that seriously. We take our commitment to changing traders' lives seriously, right? So if you're having problem, it really is our hope that you can do excellent with it. But at the same time, we want you to reach out to us and help us help you by telling us what's wrong. Okay, so anyways, back to the trade. So we're moving down here. Remember, I just went through all that daily analysis. I'm going to do it again because I got sidetracked a little bit because of the euro trade. I was excited. So we're moving down. We're strong uptrend. This is counter trend, very counter trend trade. So that can be dangerous, but we're looking at a reversal, and I'm going to trade really tight risk on it. And I'm going to, if I lose, I lose. If I don't, that's okay. But we're breaking down. So we got a daily. It's a reversal. It broke through some of these key levels. What did we break? You can see it here. We broke this moving average, we're currently testing this. So we need some more momentum to break this down. The MACD is pointing down, all right? The hourly is pointing down. We've had some divergence. If you know anything about the EFC, we look for divergence on reversals. Once that divergence happens, it's an indication that the trend could be ending, but we never know when it's going to end. So we wait for some confirmation to actually take place. Right, so this is the pound Australian. So now on a 15-minute, you can see the strength on these downward moves are getting stronger. We had a very strong burst right here, broke this key level, and now we're testing this moving average. So we've got this channel here, and I can draw this. This is a 15-minute channel, okay, 15 minutes, and we're currently testing the top. So what I'm trying to find here is a pop into this area or back in here and then a break to the downside. If I get that, we have some room to run. Okay, we have some room to run down about a decent move here at this point. Okay, now it's starting to break. Let's look at the 5-minute time frame. Okay, and we're currently up here on the MACD on the 5-minute, and it's breaking below. So what I really want to see is this moving average break, this MACD start to turn down, and then this trend line to go. Okay, so all of these things is what I'm looking for, and if I get all that, I'm going to assume that my momentum is enough to take the trade. So if I do, that'll put my stop at about, and I want to make sure that's correct. Let's see, about a 10 pip stop. If I go above here, about a 12 pip stop, and that would be pretty good from the price of 195.49 to 196. Oh, actually, that's much bigger than what this is. A big range. So actually, this is a 59 pip stop. I thought it was only 5. It's 59. So from 195.50 to 196, about a 60 pip, 50 pip stop. So at that point, though, we've got down here about 150 pips. So that's a 3-to-1 right there. And this is only a 5-minute time frame, which has kind of thrown me off a little bit. Only a 5-minute time frame there. So I'm waiting for this momentum to break. Let's see what it looks like on a 1-minute time frame. And the 1 minute is currently trending low. It's breaking this. We got a nice pop to the downside. And we're getting some movement here. So I'm going to just keep watching this for now. And I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to take a trade here. I'm waiting for the momentum to catch up with it. In the meantime, let's go ahead and just jump back over. Oh, and I'm starting to get some downward price action here. Hopefully we can get one more pop to take that out. Okay, so I'm going to watch this. We're currently going for about 13 minutes. And I'm going to stick around for a few more to get into this trade. Hopefully it will trigger, and we'll get our trade number 6. So just watching this, we're going to need this to break a little bit lower here. One thing that is going against me is that this MACD is starting to shrink, and it could go to the upside. So very possible we get another bounce off of this support and pop up here. And then in that case, it's going to take a little bit of patience. And that's one of the things that a lot of traders struggle with, is the patience for the perfect entry. And so that is going to be a big challenge for this series, is because I want to take the trade in front of you guys. I don't want to do it afterwards, so it's going to require patience. But right now, we're looking like it's trying to drop. Let's go back to the 5-minute. And see if we can get that move. So I need a nice little burst to the downside. Need this to take out if we get it, I'm going to go ahead and take the trade. So while I'm doing that, let's go ahead and just calculate our risk here. So I want to risk about $1,000. Now the stop's going to be pretty big, so I'm going to just... Okay, so I'm going to do a Google search here for the pip cost for the pound Australian, and you can see it's 6.51, $6.51 for a lot, right? So now that I know that, I'm going to pull up my calculator, and I'm going to say 6.51, and then if we got 50 pips times 50 is $325. Okay, so that means that in order to risk 1,000, we're going to do that times 3, and it's going to be 3 lots. And the reason I say that it's 3 lots because that includes the commission and the spread. So that's $25 for the commission and spread. And after you calculate all that in, it might actually be a little bit over 1,000. So I'm just going to do 3 lots if the trade is around the 50 pips level. Which where now it is about 50 pips. It might drop a little bit more, so I might take it down to a 2.5 on the size. So it's really easy to calculate your size. You just get your pip cost, and the way you do that is you go to Google, and you can see pip cost 6.51, and then you just calculate that by your pips, and that. The pip cost is calculated if you're trading a full lot. If you're not, if you're trading a mini lot, it's 6. It's 0.1. A mini lot's 0.1, so it's 10% of that. Okay, so let's bring the calculator up. So 6.51, and then you just times that by 0.1 is 65 cents. So if it's a mini lot, it's 65 cents. And then that would be times 50 pips times 50 is $32 if you're trading a mini. So that's how you calculate it. And then, of course, you want to always just confirm on your charts as well, just to make sure. Okay, so still moving here. I might tighten this up a little bit more because I'm only 10 pips away, and I don't want to, I'm looking for a 3 to or 5 to 1 on it, 4 to 1. Don't want to get greedy. Sometimes it's good just to take your profit, and when you do that, that's a good thing that you can just grab it. And it looks like it's getting tired, so I'm going to just watch it for a few more minutes, and I'm also going to watch that pound odd. So that's a really good thing that we can get all of this stuff taken care of. And like I said, I'm going to give you guys updates on everything. I'm going to give you guys updates on the next trade. Guaranteed, promise, I'll update you guys fully on everything that takes place. Okay, so back to the pound Australian. Still waiting for this. It's 18 minutes. Thanks, John. I appreciate the greetings. Hope everything's going well. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks, Yaroslav. Thanks, Michael, for your feedback. I'm really excited to hear more about how we can make your experience better with trading strategy guides. Really appreciate your feedback. All right, so I'm just hanging in here right now, waiting. While I'm doing that, let's see what else we can take a look at, because I think the more that we analyze our trades, the better. We've got a nice break, strong move, daily time frame. It's a really powerful up move, but you can see it is at the top of this channel as well. See how I have a nice upward channel here? Let me delete some of these so you can see a little bit better. So even if I can get in on a break here to the bottom of this channel, it's 272 pips. So if I get a nice tight stop, should be able to hit my 5-to-1 ratio that I'm looking for. Try to tighten that stop as soon as I possibly can and get in there to get a nice 5-to-1 trade. But it is counter trend. But just to give you guys a little heads up, counter trend trades can work. Let's take a look at this dollar trade that I did. Now, the thing that's really interesting about this trade, let's clear this out. I actually, the trade is off right now, but I actually got in right here. And what you can do is go back to the first video in this series, because they're all going to be added to the playlist. It's called the 20 Live Trades Challenge. That's the trade list. I actually got in right here, which is a pretty impressive thing. And I'm not actually trying to say that I'm wonderful, because I'm not. I mess up more than I do right, but I'm at least persistent. I got in right here, and you can go back and look at it. And I didn't know what the market was going to do. I had no clue. But I give myself an opportunity to take advantage of the reversal. What I knew was that we were in a nice downward trend, and we were testing this little negative down channel here, this little thing. And I saw the MACD starting to get tired, and I saw some reversal patterns, exactly what I'm doing on the Pound Australian right now. And I tried to give myself an opportunity to get in. And as a result, I was actually able to get about 310 pips on it. And so that's a pretty impressive move. Now, did I know that the market was going to do this? Did I have any idea at all? No, of course not. I had no clue. I had no clue what was going to happen. But I gave myself an opportunity to catch the move. There was another trade that I took that was pretty insane. And it wasn't on the live challenge, so I hate to even mention it. But it just, you never know what's going to happen in trading. I'll show it to you just because you never know what's going to happen in trading. But this was the Euro New Zealand. And I'm going to pull up the chart here. And this is crazy. And I actually did not catch this, which would have been insane. I got in right here. And this was a little bit before the euro dollar. See how I had this channel? And I got in right here on the edge. And I took my profit at about 250 pips. So again, you never know what's going to happen, but I learned a lesson, and I want you guys to learn lessons from all your trades. I should have let this thing run, because I could have probably gotten 1,000 pips, which would have been insane. But instead, just a smaller trade. Still really good. But look at this stop. You got an 80 pip stop, 1,000 pip take profit. Do we know that's going to happen? Of course not. But can you put yourself in position? Yes, you certainly can. You certainly can put yourself in position for a good trade. Okay, so that's the key, I think, is just putting yourself in position. And you can see right now, I was able to do that. I caught the entire channel, which doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it pays off. And so I'm just kind of waiting now, hoping to get a few more pips and get this thing to pop up we're at the top of the channel. Love to see the long people push that one more time right up. And I always also try to look and see what the shorts are doing. Like, are they getting in? Are they defending this area? A lot of times if they do, the longs will push them out to just trigger the stops. And the market is controlled by emotion, so we're always trying to find out where the emotions would be. Okay, so we got a pushback, we got a pull. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this. And it's dropping. We're starting to get a little bit of downward momentum. You see the MACD slanting. We're crossing below. I'm going to go ahead and take this. And the stop was a little bit bigger than what I wanted, so I'm going to go with the 2.5. And I'm going to take a sell trade here with 2.5. All right, and let's try to calculate here. So now I've got that. I want to get my risk in first. So I'm going to put it up just up here a little bit. It looks like I was off on my calculations a little bit. because the 60 pips is 990. I'm a little bit more than what I wanted to risk, but I have to do it here because I want to give myself a little bit better odds on this trade. So I'm going to actually risk 1,200, which is not ideal, and so I was off on my calculations a little bit. So I'll got to do a better job on that, guys. I'll do a better job. Again, this is for educational purposes only. I will work at tightening this as soon as possible. So now let's go ahead and take a look at a daily time frame on this. I'm going to just see if I can hit to the bottom of this channel, and that's a $5,300 target at the bottom of the channel. And what I'm going to do, since I was off on my risk, I'm going to tighten this pretty quick. And also, we have to consider that as of right now, I'm up on my series. So this is trade number 6. I have 1 winner, 3 losers, and I'm in profit. And so I want to make sure that I'm protecting those profits. Okay, and so because of that, I have a nice little cushion here. And I'll give you the details on it, but it looks like I'm going to be up probably 6,500 after these trades. So if I'm up 6,500, that gives me how many losses at $1,000 each? Gives me about 6.5 losses in a row that I can have, right? And so it's built up a nice little cushion, which is good. I want to have that. So if I can get this thing to break down at probably another 50 pips, I'm going to lock this thing in pretty quick, okay? Because I want to protect my profits as soon as I can. And this is a nice channel. It's a negative, or it's a counter trend trade, but we have some really good looking price action. Just here, my stop loss is just above this area, and you can see we've got pretty nice target here. So we're looking at a 300 pip target with a 75 pip stop. Very good risk to reward ratio. And remember, a couple things to remember about risk to reward ratio is that if you are going for bigger targets, your winning percentage is going to drop, okay? And you just cannot get away from that. It's just mathematical. Okay, so if you're going to get a 50% win rate, as soon as you enter a trade, it's 50-50 odds. There's no way to predict what's happening in the market. Just like flipping a coin, you have to accept that as a trader. You can try to find good patterns, but at the end of the day, once you get into that trade, that's it. There's no way to know what's going to happen. It's a 50-50 chance. And yes, patterns will help you, but we cannot know what's going to happen in the markets. You have to have that mindset. You have to be prepared for it. So once you extend your take profit out further, that lowers your win percentage. And that's just how it's got to be. There's no way around that. It's mathematics. You cannot change it. So with that being said, I am expecting somewhere around a 20% winning rate, and I should still make very good profits. And I'm going to break into that probably in the next episode of Live Trade. I'm going to be a little more prepared. So anyways, thanks for watching today. I'll keep you guys updated on this euro dollar. It's retracing, so I might end up not getting as much as I was hoping. I'll be managing this. I'll be managing this trade actively, but still, I probably should have taken it when I was 4 pips away. Hindsight's 20/20. But overall, I'm still pretty happy with where I'm at right now. I'll keep you updated. Please share this video, leave a comment, like it. I'm working really hard on this, so it would be great if you guys could just give it a like. Helps me get some stats up on YouTube and let other people see it, because I really want more people to see it, because I think this is helpful content. But if you don't agree, don't do it. But if you do, please go ahead and hit that like button and share this video. Again, thanks a lot, and have a great day. Hopefully I'll be in either tomorrow or Wednesday with trade number 7. Have a good one. Bye.